This is the truth, guys. Listen to your uncle. Listen to what I'm saying right here. If a woman likes you, you could take her anywhere. It don't matter. As long as she feels safe and she feels like she's protected and she likes you, she will go anywhere. Hey guys, we're back with another video. Enough said with Meet the Simmons. Today we got a video that I think we need to discuss for our people that are possibly dating or looking to date seriously. Let's see if we can address this issue.
Let's help the people out.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you. How much money do you make? Like, I don't want to seem like interested in like money and stuff, but I just want to come out from the get-go to tell you, like, I'm not a gold digger or anything, but I just don't go out with broke boys.
I think I made good enough.
And I know you just took me to Applebee's, like, I get it, maybe you don't want to take me to the most fanciest place, like, on the first date, but never again are you going to take me again.
Next time we can go somewhere else.
Like, Applebee's is not acceptable. I'm high-end.
We're just getting to know each other. You're not even my girl.
Well, yeah, but this is dating to marry, right?
Or who knows?
And if I date, it's not to waste my time, so I'm not going to be going out and going to,
Okay, so the caption is, "This is dating in 2022." Now, obviously, we've been off the dating market for quite a while, but we are in contact with a lot of young people. It's crazy out there. So apparently, this young man took her to Applebee's. So when we were dating, Applebee's was like high end. Even when we were married, even now.
I was about to say, we be weird. Like, you take me to Applebee's now, I feel fancy.
We was at Denny's last week, bruh. Like,
got them hash browns covered in smothered, honey.
I think the problem is that there's a sense of entitlement in the dating market now with a lot of young people, and especially among a lot of young ladies. A lot of young ladies, because of social media and because of the rise of it and how it is, people think that everything has to be for the gram. We've said this before. They think that everything has to be high end, everything has to be great. And our first date was like Sonic, right? They were like
McDonald's?
Sonic. No, it was like Sonic.
Was it Sonic?
Remember you were doing the drum thing on the...
Don't do that.
Yeah. We went to Sonic. We literally went to Sonic.
Yeah, it was. We were in the drive. Yeah. I remember because the music was playing.
Guess what? She drove because I didn't have a car at the time. We both went in the military. We had just gotten to our bases, and she got a car before I was able to get one. She drove us. We went to Sonic and had a burger, and we laughed, we talked, then we walked on the beach because we were in Florida, and that was pretty much it. That was the end of it. I didn't take her to no 4-star restaurant. She was happy to be with me because she liked me. Mm-hmm. And she was happy to drive because she liked me. I think that if young men keep this stuff in mind, don't listen to what women say about what they want, all this hype. If a woman likes you, she will go wherever, she will follow you wherever you go. Because this woman has been with me through broke, sickness, health, all that stuff, and she never flinched because she's here for me. Not for what I can do for her, but because she's here for me.
I say all the time about women having 2 sets of rules. They got a set of rules for the guy that they like. They got a set of rules for everybody else. The same dude that they'll require, let me rephrase, the same 10 dudes that they'll require, hey, I need this amount of money spent on me. I should never reach for my purse for a date. I should never do this. I should never do that. It's a man that's on the side or a man that's behind the scenes that's smashing without giving 95% of the effort that you give him.
What do you think about that?
I agree. I think that's a great distinction that you make, that when you really do care about somebody and you really love them, it doesn't really matter about all the materialistic, all the, fancy, I'm high end. So if we were coaching this young man, literally, if he called in to you and asked you, what should I do? What would you tell him?
I would tell this young man, look, find you a woman that wants to be with you, not with what you are or what you can do for her. Find you a young lady that does that. And then put her through a series of tests, just like this. Take her somewhere. If you're getting serious about her, you really like her, take her somewhere that's not as nice and then see how she reacts. Because if she wants to be with you, she ain't gonna care. She's not gonna care.
I think an important part of relationships, especially if you're talking about, like she said, we're dating to marry. So if you're talking about wanting to marry and be with someone for the long haul, One of the things that you need to incorporate is an attitude of gratitude. Like, you need to learn how to be grateful for different seasons in your life, because seasons will come, things will change. There may be a point, y'all may hit a rough patch where you can't afford to do certain things, but learn to be gracious and grateful for just having those small moments together. Like, there was a moment in where our dates were movie night, Netflixing and chilling in the house. Like, we couldn't afford to go out anywhere, so we would cook our own meals. I remember one time, it was back in the day, we wanted to do like a little romantic thing. We kind of dimmed the lights a little bit. We had our little meal. We sat on the floor and we ate together. Like, that was back in Florida in the townhouse.
Yeah.
Like, that was back in the day. Like,
Yeah.
that was our date night, because that's all we could afford.
But it was cool.
But it was about being with each other, spending that quality time together. I don't need to have all the
Yeah. And this is this couple's, this is their first date.
This is the first date.
And let me decipher this
Golly,
for you too.
that's crazy.
Young man, listen to me. That we're dating and married, right? She's not dating and married. That woman dating for a come up. That she's just talking. That's something she heard on social media somewhere, dating and married. Because if you were dating and married, you wouldn't care where you were. You wouldn't care what you were eating. You would be wanting to know this man.
Yeah.
And sitting
Get
at a
to know him
restaurant,
better.
eating, you're at Applebee's, you can get a nice meal at Applebee's. And it looks like there's a beer there, it looks like, and it looks like she has a drink or something like that. Drinks aren't cheap. I don't drink it. I know drinks aren't cheap. And so this is all a ruse. When you see these are red flags, guys, definitely red flags. Adhere to them. Don't acquiesce. Don't, next time I'll take you. No, it won't be a next time.
I don't care how beautiful she is.
Yeah, I don't care how pretty she is.
I would tell him run.
Absolutely.
Run. Don't go back.
Also, I would say, young ladies, if a man is so busy trying to impress you, that should be a red flag also.
Yeah, what is he trying to cover up?
Because he's being disingenuous.
Yeah.
He's not being himself. Because men are very simple. If a man, especially a young man like this guy, let's use this guy, he's in his 20s or something like that. If a young man is so busy trying to impress you that he's trying to cover up an insecurity. But if a guy is who he is and he's just like, hey, this is who I am, then that's the kind of guy you want to be with. Don't be so quick to go for the flashy thing. That's why I always say people are so quick. They're like, when you go fishing, like people use these lures, and the lures are always flashy. They're always bright colors, and when the sun hits them, they glint. It's kind of like that with women. Women always tend to go to the flashy thing. The flashy thing doesn't last. That's not what lasts. The thing that's steady and reliable. That's what you want. You want the Honda Civic of men. You want the Ford F-150. You don't need the Lamborghini with all the bells and whistles, because when it breaks, it's going to be expensive. So you need that.
Everybody going to want it.
Yeah. Yeah. So we just wanted to kind of run this past y'all. I think it's important that y'all understand what's going on out here in the dating market, because it is crazy. I talk to young men all the time, and young ladies, and I think that it's important for you to realize that you don't have to give people everything that they say that they want. Be you, and then go from there. What would you say to a young lady? What would you say to this young lady, by the way?
You need some intense therapy, because you obviously have some issues. You're not wifey material, number one. You want to be, if you say you want to be married, you definitely have a lot of work to do, healing, and to be ready to be somebody's wife, because you're not. And I would also tell her that high end really is determined by an outside party. You don't get to determine what's high end. And high end, why don't you focus on having high end character instead of wanting the materialistic side of things? I saw the nails all glitzed up. I'm sure her hair and makeup is on point. That's wonderful. But you are not a high end individual. You're not high end caliber, because your character seems pretty low. So Applebee's got some fire. That tomato bisque soup. I hope you had your soup and dipped a little bread in it. That's what I do when I go to Applebee's.
There you go.
Take me to Applebee's, honey. I'll be happy.
Hey, we can go tonight. Shoot, what you talking about?
I know that's right.
Hey, you know what, guys? With that, that's enough said.